I question whether or not I wanted to make this video, mainly because if I make a video for my future self, that would mean that my future self is no longer like me, and I'm not really someone that dwells on the past or tends to revisit anything from the past unless it's completely necessary. I have this very strict onward framework for life, and that's helped me get things done, that's helped me move forward, face whatever I have to face, and then grow. But I think that future me would need to hear these words, and I'm hoping that future me would come back to this and take 30 to 50 minutes of his time to remember how 24-year-old him felt. So, with that being said, hey Thompson, if you're watching this, I hope you're watching this 5 years from now. I'm currently 24, which means you're 29 going on 30. Today is Saturday, January 25th, 2:53 p.m. We were just at the gym in the sauna and we got home. I don't know where you're at in life, man. I don't I don't know what you're doing, but I sure hope you're in a better spot than I'm in now. And just in case you don't remember, just in case these past few years have been just so life-changing and you've catapulted. Uh, just last year, 2024, man, we were going through a lot. I had no money. A lot of my relationships got destroyed because I was a bad human. The pain and the misery that I felt because of my lack of money caused me to feel so worthless, like I had no value, like I was nothing, like I was just a piece of garbage. It was just last year, man. We had a relationship with somebody that was really near and dear to us, and that relationship broke off. So for the most part, we are solo dolo right now. Or I should say me. I am pretty much alone. Obviously, I still got mom. She's here. This was recent, man. A couple months ago, I had no money. And I'm sure you remember these moments, Thompson. You remember when you drove all the way to Dallas? That's what I did. I drove to Dallas almost like a Hail Mary because I knew somebody with a construction company. They did pretty good. They made a decent amount annually. The margins were pretty high. And I went down there to help them scale, and I just drove for 23 hours straight. I'm sure you remember how painful that drive was, how hopeless you felt, the anger and the rage and the misery. We made it past that, man. Strangely enough, in those moments, I felt terrible. And in hindsight, just like everything else, you zoom out a little bit and you realize it's not so bad after all. That was just under 6 months ago. And all those moments, Thompson, 2024, where I thought that I wasn't going to get past it, I did. Because time is undefeated, and she's been doing the same exact thing my whole life, which is take away all the pain and leave just a scar, just a memory. She's undefeated in that field, and sometimes I wish I trusted her to do what she's always been good at, which is heal. I guess in those moments, I wasn't strong enough to let her do what she was good at. I wanted to heal right then and there. It just felt so unbearable. I mean, now, just in case you don't remember, I I'm doing okay. I got broken off a decent amount of money from the company that I was with, and I've managed to leverage that money, trading options, spending the rest of my day making content, training, sometimes reading and learning. It's the life that I always wanted. So I'm okay right now. I don't know how you are, but 24-year-old you making this video talking to you is not doing too bad. He's hanging there, and I'd say he's doing okay. I don't know where you're at in life, man. I know that we had a plan. I know we devised this elaborate plan and strategy to get to a certain position in life in 5 to 10 years. I don't know if you were able to see that through. It would be really cool if you did, man. If you're watching this and you actually did that, that'd be really cool. We're at 11.2 thousand subscribers on YouTube, that's freaking impressive. I hope you can remember moments where we had zero, where we would make videos and we'd get like 20 people to watch it. We've come a long way, and when by the time you watch this, I'm sure you have got a lot farther. And again, I don't know where you're at in life. I hope I hope you're at a point in life where you've fallen in love. I hope that you've been able to realize that love isn't a bad thing. And I hope that the fear that you have of loving is under control. I hope you've been able to fight that, because I'm terrified of it. Because I know how I am when I love someone or something, and it's so scary. Because I would give my all for that thing, I would give everything. And it's so scary. I hope that you've been able to figure that out. I hope that you've been able to fall in love, that you've been accepting of love coming in your life. I hope there's someone out there that loves you for you, that just looks at you and adores you for all the damage and all the screwed up parts of you, and I hope there's someone out there in your life now that just wouldn't want to change a thing about you. I hope that they're just so madly in love with you and that they give you a home, a spiritual and emotional home, a place that you get to call home. I hope that you're a better human than I am now. I hope that not only are you receiving that love, but you're able to give it. I hope that you found out what love really meant and that you sacrificed for whatever it is that you decided to love, whoever you decided to love. And I hope you never destroy something so precious and beautiful. I hope you have been able to love yourself. You've always been so tough on yourself. You've always felt like you had to earn your love. It's no wonder you couldn't love anyone or you didn't allow anyone to love you. You can never love yourself. So I hope that you're able to look in the mirror and love the person that you see, the man that you become. You've always wanted to prove something to people, to yourself. You've always wanted to just feel like you weren't a loser. And unless you did things that made you feel like you weren't a loser, you felt like you were never enough. I hope you've been able to change that about you and remember that it's always been about your heart, whether people were able to see it or not, whether people ridiculed you or judged you. It was always about your heart, and it was never that bad. Sure, there was darkness in there, but the whole of who you were, it was never that terrible. I'd say you were a decent person. Right now, I can't even imagine loving someone or falling in love or having someone love me or looking in the mirror and loving myself. I can't even comprehend that. It's like an unknown language to me. I just feel so undeserving because who am I to, to have something so beautiful? Someone that's done so much wrong in his life. Who am I to receive such a gift? Give that to the next person. Don't give that to me. I'll ruin that. And so I really hope that you have that because it sounds beautiful. It sounds lovely. Mentally, I hope you're doing okay. It's been pretty challenging for us the past 4 years. Military and scrubbing toilets and having no money and trying to figure out what we wanted to do in life. So I hope mentally you're not just beaten down because it's tiring, man. It's freaking exhausting. I hope mentally you're a lot stronger than I am now. You're even more calm, more patient, more kind, more loving. I hope you've been able to get rid of any of my remaining bad habits that I have. I hope that you've been able to grow into truly just a better version of me. Financially, you're either broke or you're well off. And if you were able to see that plan that we devised through to 5 years, I'm sure that you're in a really good position in life. Well, if you are there, please don't forget that the whole point of us wanting to acquire that much wealth is to distribute it. Please do not forget that the reason you tried so hard to get that wealth is that so you can make some type of difference because you have resources. Now you have a resource. Don't forget that your whole life you felt so invaluable, like so worthless. And you got so low to where all you wanted to do was help and help people not feel how you felt. Please don't forget that. I really hope you haven't turned a cold shoulder to the world because the world has enough of that. There's so many people that have turned a cold shoulder to the world because it's just been too painful and too miserable for them. You're supposed to be the person that can withstand that pain and not turn away from the world and want to help it. You're supposed to be that person, and I really hope that you are. I hope that whatever you're doing that's bringing you in passive income or making you more money is something that you don't mind doing. I define selling your soul as doing anything you don't want to do to acquire money. That includes working a job you don't want to work. That's selling your soul to me. Breaking your moral pillars and foundation to just acquire something tangible. I hope you haven't done that. I hope you stay true to who we always were. Spiritually, I hope that you haven't forgot about God. Because when we were on our knees with nothing, that's who we came to. So when we're up there climbing the mountain, that's who we should go to. And remember, please, Thompson, if you're slowly drifting away, remember that you didn't do any of this, and you never did. You were never self made. Everything that you are, everything that you know, you've always been taught. You didn't figure this out on your own. You weren't that type of human. You needed help. You needed support. Don't forget about God, man. Physically, I would hope you're still working out and training hard. I hope that you're taking care of your health too. You're not just eating junk. I hope that you're eating food that's good for you, not just always eating out, eating fast food. If you're in love and you've fallen in love, I hope that you and your lady cook at home often, because not because to save money, but because that's the healthiest thing to do. Or if you have a lot of money now, Thompson, I hope that you have a chef for crying out loud. Don't forget that if you were to get sick, you would trade all your money to restore your health. So don't let it get to that point, man. Keep your health, and in doing so, you'll extend the wealth. I keep thinking about the idea that you're in love right now, Thompson. That you've fallen in love with someone. That you've been able to receive love. That you look in the mirror and you love yourself. That you actually feel like you're enough. It's a beautiful vision I have. And I really hope that you're living out that vision. I hope that this version of me really made a difference in who you became. Because everything that I'm doing now is for you, who I'm trying to become, habits I'm trying to get rid of. Everything I'm trying to do, it's to benefit you, 29, 30-year-old me, so that that version of you, the one I'm speaking to, can benefit the world, help people. I tell myself that when I get the money, I mean, we always wanted a Cadillac Escalade. That was like our dream car. I said that when I got the money and I got the Escalade, I would do it purely for tax purposes. I'd still drive that 2009 Toyota Venza that we have. I hope you've stayed true to that. I hope you're still driving the Venza. I hope if you've done that, you've made me proud, man. Because we used to want that car to show off to people. And I made a decision to live very minimally. So I really hope that you're still driving that Venza. And you just have the Escalade and whatever other vehicles you have in the garage collecting dust that you don't want to show off, that you have such a nice car to people. Now, if you're using the Escalade because it's more reliable, I mean, screw it. But I hope you're still driving that Venza, man, that mom gave to us. I hope you haven't forgot about mom. Everything that she's gone through, all the pain, her sacrificing her dreams so that our dreams can live on. I hope you haven't forgot about her. I hope you came back for her. All she's wanted to do was just go to Vietnam, man. Help people, and I hope that you've been able to do that for her. I hope that you just walked up to her, showed her a number in your bank account, and said, "When do you want to go to Vietnam?" And I hope you've helped her. I hope you started up some type of 501c3 nonprofit organization and took care of all the logistics and the admin and allowed her to allow her to feel like she's changing lives and making a difference. I hope it wasn't too late, man. And if she's not around when you're watching this video, Thompson, then don't be so tough on yourself. Try to remember that she gave up everything for you. So it's your job to help the world, to live a life where if she's watching you from heaven, she's damn proud. I hope it wasn't too late. I hope you're able to get to that point sooner than later. But if you weren't able to and she's gone now, don't beat yourself up over it, man. You'll be okay. If you forgot, man, you can go into the messages with her. There are videos of her sending you voice messages. You can listen to those. I'm sure it'll make you cry if she's not here. But just in case you miss her voice, just in case you forgot about that, you just go through the old messages. Her voice is there. I hope you found the thing that just lights you up inside. The thing that just makes you feel alive. I don't know what it is. I'm just kind of going with the flow like I always have. I just go and I try to figure it out as I go. We've always wanted to write a book and publish it. I hope you've spent some time doing that. I hope you're currently doing that. And if you forgot about that, maybe now's your chance to do it. Make sure you write something that's going to help change people and don't make it too complicated. It's our job to take something that's complicated and abstract and something that's hard to understand, and it's our job to make it understandable. That's our job. So I hope you're doing that. The whole point of this whole social media thing was so that we could just grow an audience so that when we had the resources, the amount of people we can impact is increased. That was kind of the whole point. It was never to get paid. YouTube doesn't pay us well. If you remember, well, I'll tell you right now, just in case you forgot, we don't get paid well off YouTube. I think we get like 100 something bucks a month, 1 to 300 bucks a month. I don't know where the YouTube's at now. I don't know how the social media platforms are looking now. I hope you didn't give up on that. I hope you kept trying to grow that, because the more people that know about you, the more people you can impact. You're not too bad. And I know that we're freaking tough on ourselves, man. I feel like I'm not enough, that there's no reason for people to look up to me and admire me. There's better people that you can admire and that you can learn from. It's such a bad habit of mine. I hope you've taken control of that habit. I hope you didn't get any additional tattoos, man, because we have way too much. Uh, I made a decision to not want any more tattoos, and I hope you stuck by that. You haven't gotten another tattoo. I also made the decision that my entire wardrobe for the rest of my life would be black, white, gray t-shirts, tank tops, long sleeves, maybe a few hoodies if it gets cold, maybe a few sweats if it gets cold, and shorts. I hope you stuck by that. Like, if I can fast forward into the future or look into a crystal ball, I hope that your entire wardrobe is just 10 black t-shirts, 10 white t-shirts, 10 gray t-shirts, 10 black, white, gray tank tops, one or two black hoodies, one or two gray hoodies, one or two black sweatpants, one or two gray sweatpants, underwear and socks, and a few shorts, black and gray shorts. I hope that's your entire wardrobe, man. And I hope you just have a few fancy outfits set aside in the corner in case you and the lady want to go out and network and go to an event. And if it's something like that, I don't know if our style has changed, but I hope it's the same thing, like a pair of black boots, maybe some black pants, a black thermal and a coat. I hope it's the same thing that we wear now. I wish I could meet you so that you can tell me Everything's gonna be okay. I wish I could meet you so that you can look at me and say, don't worry, you're gonna get there. I'm good. Just to give me some certainty, because I know you remember how it felt, man. The uncertainty we felt and the pain that we felt. I know you remember. It was unbearable. I just hope you're better now. And whatever you're doing in life, I always keep you in mind. Every move that I make, every decision I make, I'm doing it for you. I don't know if that's what you want me to do. I don't know if you're good or not. I don't know if you want me to do these things for you. Maybe you would just tell me I'm good. So just live for you. Maybe. If that's the case, then I will try to live for me. I guess I'm just so long term oriented and I just play the game on such a long time horizon that I think about how am I going to be when I'm 30 or 35 or 40, not necessarily next year or this year. I just hope you're in a better position, man. And I hope you haven't forgotten why you started in the first place, which is to help. I hope that you've been able to give your blood, sweat, and tears and dedicate time and all your energy into something that you truly believe would help people and that you've become a master at it. I hope that when you crossed 100,000, half a million, or 1 million, you showed people how to get there too without charging them. I hope you were able to do that for free, just to help. I'm closed off. I like being alone, isolated in the house, away from the world. Sometimes I go to the gym, have a few conversations. I'm sociable. Like, I can talk, but I'm pretty isolated. I hope you're not. I hope you're out networking, building friendships, and making meaningful relationships with people you care about, connecting with people, changing lives with people, enjoying the small moments with people, laughing, jet skiing, surfing, whatever. Just I hope that you're around good people that you trust, that trust you, that you're not just by yourself all alone. I am, but if these are the building phases. I'm assuming 5 years from now you're not building anymore. The infrastructure is built and now you just have to work on making it better. But these are the building phases for me, so I've chosen to be alone. I'm sure you remember the feeling. It was tough, man. Our only friends were other entrepreneurs on the internet or authors that have died. Those are our friends. It's not like we can talk to them either. We just have to listen to them. If you're watching this video, that means that you're not too obsessed with moving forward because you're able to revisit the past and slow down, which makes me happy because I know we can get into a habit of more and more and more and what's next, what's next, what's next. And the gap from where we are versus where we want to be is just, it keeps getting lengthened and we never acknowledge how far we've come. So if you're watching this video, I'd like to remind you that you came far. I mean, just look at me and then look at yourself. Go look in the mirror. I hope that me and you are not similar in any way, that they're two different humans. That would be really cool. Whatever the case, man. I can't wait to meet you. Or I can't wait to become you. And if in the case that you're not in a better situation and things have gotten worse, remember the moments just last year when we felt the same thing. I got past last year, so if right now, 5 years from now, you're in a more difficult situation, you'll also get past that. I promise. You'll be okay. If you've forgotten about this framework that we use, it goes something like this. I'll remind you, which is take whatever you're going through and ask yourself, would you rather have this or die tomorrow? And if you would rather have that, then maybe all you really want is just another fighting chance, so another day to try again. I use that framework. I hope you still hold on to that framework even at 30. All you need is a chance, man. You've lost it all before and you got it back. Just rinse and repeat what has worked so far. If you're literally at zero, just go get a job again, man. You've done it before. I've done it before. I done it last year. You got this. And plus, you have some skills. Don't forget about the skills you have. You can use it. Maybe try sales again. You weren't too bad. Gosh, I really hope that you're in a better place, man. I wonder if you have a child. That'd be amazing too. I hope you gave that kid a really badass name. I know you have a list of names on your phone, or I do at least. I hope you pulled a name from that list for a boy or a girl. I hope that kid has a badass name. I hope that you found yourself truly and that you are no longer self serving. I hope that you've become so selfless that you can bear the pain and the load and the burdens of others because you just care so much about them. I hope you become that powerful. I hope that you've become that capable. I hope you're not just some selfish brat, cynical and narcissistic and nihilistic. I hope that you just become better. Anyways, man, we're 24, we'll be 25 in just about 4 months. So if you don't remember these moments, now you do. I was thinking about you the whole time, becoming you, and gosh, I just hope that you're in a better place. I hope that you've been able to win that internal battle. And I hope that you're helping a bunch of people, man. More than that, I just hope that you found love and you've discovered what it really means to love. And that you see the beauty in the world, not just the darkness. I hope that you're kind, that you're honest and truthful. I don't know where you're living right now. I hope you got out of the city. I hope you're still not in the same city, man. I hope you got a nice property somewhere else. Somewhere else. And if you've made it that far, I also hope you don't walk around thinking you're better than everybody. I hope that you're still humble. I look up to you, man, or the idea of you. And if you've been able to become that idea that I have, following that plan that we created, anything is possible, man. And I hope that when you see this video, you make a reaction video to this. It sucks that we can't go back in time and talk, huh? Sucks that I can't go back to when I was 19 and say, hey, you'll figure it all out. I'm sure in 2029, 2030, when I look back on this, I would want to go back to this version of me and say, hey, you got it all figured out. It's okay. Yeah, man. Thompson, I'm proud of you, man. I can't wait to see who you become. I'm thinking about you all the time. I hope you're making me proud, and I'll do everything I can to make you proud. And I'll do everything I can to make it easier to become you. I owe you that much at least. Don't forget to revisit this video, man. Don't forget. That's all I got.